All right, Cozumel, Mexico. Pro tip number 1, wear sunglasses. It is brighter than I even anticipated today. And
hotter than I anticipated.
And it's warm. But here we are in Cozumel, Mexico. And we're gonna show you some of our, we've been here many, many times. We're gonna show you some of our spots in and around the port, and then just outside of it for quick stops and little tips and tricks of areas to get free Wi-Fi and other types of things, at least in my experience in the past. So without further ado, let's get to it. So already on the gangway, you can see there's a party going on in the distance. We got Tequila a Go-Go, we got Senor Frogs, and probably can't tell from here, but there's a little swimming area right outside of Senor Frogs with a little staircase down into the water. Also, right at the beginning of the port, if you were rerouted here last minute, or you didn't think you wanted to do an excursion, but now you do want to do one, there are these last minute tours, these little booths here. Don't worry, if there's a tour you want to do, there's someone in Cozumel that's gonna make it pretty apparent that they have something that you can just book right at that moment. So don't feel too bad about that if you don't book one through the ship. Yep, parasailing over there. And yeah, as we get down the gangway here, there's Margaritaville on the right. More tours, free maps, and information coming up, and we'll show you through the port. So this is where you're gonna meet for a lot of your tours on ship. You can see there's little station numbers, zones that'll match your tickets for your excursions. And we got Margaritaville here on the right, which is of course always bumping. And then we have the duty free. This is where you're gonna return to the ship and go through security at the end, is usually what has happened here in the past, but it looks like it's not set up today, so. Got duty free shopping there, and this port is fairly large in terms of variety of vendors and shopping. There are tequila tastings, there are lots of Diamonds International, Roma jewelry, lots
leather,
of yep.
Silver.
Leather is big in Mexico. Silver is big. So if you're looking for things like that, you definitely have a wide variety of options, which means you can really shop around and make sure you find what you want at the price point you want. And we have these kind of indoor, outdoor mall, for lack of a better word, areas. Again, look, Silver Cozumel. Jewelry, silver, and yes, there's leather all over too. Smoke shop, Senor Frogs. So we'll continue through here. See, even all the way through here, we see more snorkel tour, glass bottom boats, things like that. We have your local snack bars. And to the left, they're gonna let you right out of the port, which we're gonna go shortly. Just wanna do a little bit more of a around the port area. So if you wanted to shoot straight out of the port, you just walk pretty much a straight shot out of it. You can avoid all of these shops, you can avoid the vendors and stuff like that, because it is kind of a labyrinth. There's lots of different places you can go. It's not really a super clear. Luckily they have signs like that to the ship, because otherwise you can see there's, with all these different little buildings and walls, it's not a straight shot. It's kind of snaking around a little bit. We have Tiki Hut Palapa here.
This place will let you try tequila.
This place, Chile Tequila, yep, they do free tequila tastings.
I did tequila tasting in this one too.
And yeah, we've both done,
12.
You've done a couple, yeah, so 12 and 11 have big honeymooners. That's us.
Honeymooners. I like how he put emphasis on mooners, because he knows I'll just moon them.
That's right, honey.
I would never. Oh, so funny.
Not for tequila.
Yeah, maybe after the tequila.
Maybe after. That's how they get you. And then you can see we've looped back down to where like the kind of the margarita. But even right here, Supermart, you know, drugstore, souvenir. So Look, can't get your Kansas City Chiefs backpack as a souvenir. They have Mexican vanilla, is very, very popular here as well. So you can pick up a lot of essentials that you need. Deodorant, any drugstore, pharmacy type fare, and as well as, of course, souvenirs, tanzanite, everything else. So yeah, we'll hop around a couple of these spots and then we'll show you outside of the port too. So this is back where I said they used to do external security in here before going back to any of the gangways, but it looks like they're not doing that today. Maybe they're not doing that at all. I've been to this port a dozen times, but haven't been off the ship in a little while. Here's Tequila A Go-Go closer up. And we'll go to this side over here where, like I said, you know, it's not, if you want to go get your Cozumel excursions, you want to go to a nice beach or something like that, you know, this is not a substitute for that. But if you don't have an excursion plan or don't want to spend a long day or anything else like that, we have Tequila A Go-Go Beach Bar. And you can see that there are people just in the clear water right here. We've definitely done this. And we just wanted to cool off for a little bit, but didn't want to spend a day. You know, see this little stairwell. You know, bring goggles or a snorkel mask. It's not gonna be any Great Barrier Reef or anything, but you know, the water's very clear and it's warm. Better than spinning in a super tiny pool. Then you have the obligatory Cozumel photo and Soldier Boy at Senior Frogs to start your afternoon off right. And then we got the Ranjan Surf Shop. We'll just pop around here a little bit longer. Sorry, I hope you guys can still hear me over that, but they're having a great time. Then we got more Cozumel Pharmacy. I mean, there's looks like some local handcrafted pottery and stuff there. That actually looks pretty cool. But yeah, your mileage may vary on the quality of the items that you're coming across here. So anyway, back into this different kind of mall area. And actually I will stay on here for just a second because this is where we're talking about leather. Rogers boots right here, leather, free gifts, more silver. And we're about to be, of course, yep, see, last minute scooter deals, last minute port tour stuff. And then we're out of the port right here, and I'll show you right across the street. So then there's more free maps at the very end. Yep, she's taking a free map. A little showing of this area right here. We're gonna walk around just this little area right across the street. So there's a crosswalk right here, which I am not looking at my phone. I'm looking at the street, in case anyone's concerned. Yeah, a free tequila tasting right over here. And she got a map
with some coupons and a Diamonds International gift card.
There you go, $100 off 15,000.
What are you guys looking for?
We're just nothing today. Thank you very much. Okay, we have a horse and a carrot. And if you just come right over to the right here, I'm gonna make this as straightforward, easy to follow as possible. If you come over to the right here, there's going to be an area that you can actually walk right through that shop to get to. Which, let's do it. A baby mannequin? Oh.
An Eagles poncho.
An Eagles poncho. You heard it here first. Super shortcut here. Feel free to stop and browse. There's other ways to go around. We love Cozumel. There's this area back here. So this is technically outside of the port, right? We left the port. You're gonna need your SeaPass card to get back in to the area we left where the free maps were. But over here, there's a pharmacy that has some great supplies, which you'll get the out-of-port pricing. You have some boutiques here. But because this is kind of like an outdoor mall area, there's also this really cute plushie shop. And then some fountain and stuff like that too. And I'll show you in a second that I'm gonna double check, because there's this market here, which is my favorite market right here, the pharmacy and flea market. Yeah, we've gotten great Mexican vanilla there and stuff like that, but there's also Wi-Fi in this area, so I'm gonna go ahead and check on the Wi-Fi situation. But this is right next to the back end of the casino here, if that helps as a landmark on Google Maps or anything else like that. There's also a spa back there where I have received a little bit of spa service. That was quite nice. So anyway, I'm gonna check on that Wi-Fi situation and get right back. So I'm sitting here going through the open Wi-Fi networks, and the one I used to use has been closed. But in my experience in this area, because there are so many vendors and there's so many different things, oftentimes there's an open network, an open public network. Today it's not there. So obviously any open networks use at your own risk or anything else like that. And there's plenty of places to do Wi-Fi if you usually purchase as for the Wi-Fi code. That's totally fine. But because we came to this pharmacy a lot anyway, and we came to this area anyway, it's just something we noticed over lots of time in Cozumel. So anyway, I just wanted to update about the Wi-Fi. Your mileage may vary. I wouldn't plan on it, but you just never know. And then we're just exploring some of the local shops that are off of the, beaten tourist trail. Much more relaxed, much less pressure selling, and much better deals. So after our shopping in this area, go back out to the other side, and you can see that there's this plaza. I mentioned that spa right there where they do massage and other spa treatments. I mentioned that there's this casino on the right, and then we just come right back out here. We're still right in front of the port. You can see the top of the cruise ships in the background, and if you start to go, not going to be in the scope of this video, but if you start to go down the street that way, there are a lot more local things. And if you start to go down the street this way, quite a ways, this is where the taxis will take you for downtown Cozumel for a lot of the, if you want the big supermarkets, you want other type of more local action, a lot of the excursions are down there. There's a lot more to see and do down there, but there's this Hard Rock Cafe right here. You see a little buggy ride. But this is kind of the quick and dirty of the cruise port, what's in the cruise port, and what's just right outside of the cruise port. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed those little tips and tricks from if you want to stay in the port or just have a little pop right outside the port. If you want to explore all the way Cozumel, and if you want to walk further down the street, a broad that travels here has a video on her channel that I will link in the description that does walking all the way down there, and you can see more of that. But when in Cozumel, I've been so many times, I like to get my local stuff done. There's information right there. And so I just wanted to show you a couple of the spots and what to expect if your ship gets rerouted or you spend some time in Cozumel. So once again, thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and sharing with anyone who might find it helpful or enjoyable. And thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.